One of the biggest nightmares that you can ever go through as a startup founder in Nigeria or any part of the world, having your ideas stolen. And particularly, we have had that situation, had to pivot, take a pause, and build our business from the ground up. We're going to talk about how to protect yourself from competitors and how to protect yourself from people copying you. You being the first to implement your product, you being the first to actually bring this feature into the market, does not mean that you're going to be the best at it. Does not mean that you're going to be the market leader. Think about Blockbuster and Netflix. Think about apps like the traditional banks we know now, and then the newer banks like OPay, MoneyPoint, InterSwitch, and Remeta. It means that you're a pioneer, and pioneers go through all of the stress. You go through warming up the market discovery, you go through creating the marketing strategy. All another competitor has to do is to carry your product and integrate with theirs, or they could just niche down. Skype was a pioneer into the video conferencing platform, and then other platforms like Slack, Google Meet, Zoom, and ClickUp had to come and then break it down. That's exactly what happened to us. On Twitter, people always give giveaways, their account numbers in the Twitter thread. So we decided we wanted to make it in a way that you can just, within the app, you can just search up the person's username and send money to the app. Only for TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of them, they had to incorporate this feature in the app, and it made our app useless. And that's why I'm making this video. I'm making this video so that you can learn from my experience and become a better startup founder, because we have to make Africa great again. Then you can join my journey by liking this video, because I'll be in the comments and in the description to hear what you have to say, and then I'll also answer it in the video if I have one. You have to make sure that you are the antithesis of what is out there. Blockbuster's business was built on a renting service where users would buy CDs, have to return the CDs. If they forgot to return the CDs, they would charge them extra. This made them so redundant in improving their business model. Netflix had to come with a subscription model. Users could rent as much as they could and would just pay a small fine, which is called the subscription fee. Blockbuster was the pioneer, like we said in the first step, but Netflix improved the business model by making it on a subscription model. So users could rent as much as they could and would only pay a subscription fee. Netflix went on to overtake Blockbuster, defeated Blockbuster, even if initially it went to Blockbuster for 8. As much as Netflix has gone very popular now and apps like Spotify has become very popular, Netflix could not be able to beat cinemas and YouTube, because the customer journey for going to a cinema is quite different from watching a YouTube video, and also very different from watching a Netflix. Users expect different things. Users relate to this product differently, and I think another good example is the relationship between Whoop and Apple Watch. Users had the choice to choose between Apple Watch and Pebble, Apple Watch and Fitbit. So because of that, Apple Watch could leverage the software, which is their moat, and then they defeated Fitbit and Pebble. And Whoop is a very exciting product that came out now, and you start to see how Whoop and Apple Watch could attract different kind of customers. In fact, people are now leaving Apple Watch behind and then are going for Whoop, because Whoop are selling the users health, the ability to stay focused on their workout routine and the fitness without being interrupted by the digital life. While Apple Watch is going to sell you the immersiveness of having an iPhone on your hand. Smartwatches that do the same thing in a very different way, that they can exist on the same shelf. No one would defeat the other. At this point, I want you to like and subscribe to this video, because I've been making a video about the questions an investor asked me, because I think this is a very crucial question we always leave out when working on our ideas as startups. When I was growing up, the craze was all over for BlackBerry, right? Everybody was talking about their BlackBerry. BlackBerry did a very stupid thing by selling their BlackBerry Messenger to another company. This killed their product, because initially, you have to remember that the reason why everybody was going for a BlackBerry was because of the Messenger. On the other side, built iOS, Apple built macOS. Apple started building their chip from the ground up and also integrated iMessage. Once you're in the system, you are in the system. Once you get that iPhone, you're going to get every other thing, right? And we also do not have to confuse modes as having software. It could be the way you do things. It could be the way you deliver. It could be you as a founder. It could be your pricing. It could be just anything that makes your product stand out. And I think if you're a startup founder, or you're a startup, or you work in a startup, or you also just don't want to be a startup anymore, you want to grow, you want to watch this video, because and I think every business keeps missing it.